Dragons Live, presented by Form Communications.
Hello everyone, I'm Alexis Kennedy alongside John Webby Webking, and welcome to Dragons Live. Tonight we're going to give you a look at how women's tennis is wrapping up their best season ever, and how two German track athletes made their way across the pond to MSUM.
We've also got some softball players with puppies in the lineup tonight, and we'll hear from head softball coach Kelsey Fail. But first, let's hear from what tennis head coach Oliver Summers had to say about the incredible season his team has had this year.
So before the season, I think we were predicted to be fourth in the conference, and I think we went in there knowing that we could do better than that. And I guess, you know, second or third was always our goal. Like that would be like meeting like our expectations. Yeah, I mean, really right from the beginning, like what really stood out was our doubles play. I mean, we just hit the ground running. That's basically how we got started at the beginning of the season, and never looked back. I mean, we just always had great starts, and the players always gave 100%. And you know, when we played Winona the first time, obviously we only had one of the doubles, and I think that was that was the key. So when we got to play them a second time, and we won 2 out of the 3 doubles, then it just boosted everyone's confidence on the court, and we were able to overturn that crucial singles win.
How important do you think it is to get out to a quick start in the doubles matches to, you know, give yourself confidence going forward? Yeah,
I mean, I think it's just huge. I mean, and that's, you know, in coaching for so many years now, you know, that's one thing I've realized is like how important the doubles is. Even though in singles you can get 6 points and doubles you can get 3, just going into those next ones with those wins and being ahead is just, you know, psychologically it's just so important.
That, then talk about, you know, you being unbeaten at home. You guys didn't lose a home match this year. That's outstanding.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, it's funny because it's not really something you think about, because a tennis court is always 78 feet no matter where, and it's, you know, the same dimensions and everything. But I guess there just must be something about playing at home, and we had a lot of really great support, like a lot of, and not just family either. I mean, we had students come over, the faculty give us great support, and even just some, you know, people in the community come out and watch, and I'm just amazed at how much they do follow the tennis, and it's really, really good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about the revenge match with Winona. You know, you guys lost to them, as we talked about, and then you came back to beat them in the tournament.
Yeah.
How did that feel? And then,
well, I mean, they're a very strong team. So when we played them the first time, the 1 and the 2 doubles, they were really close, and we were able to get the win at 2 doubles, 1 doubles we got beaten. And then the singles, we won 2 of the singles easily, and then we lost the other 4, and they weren't really that close. So going into that match, we knew it was going to be hard work to overturn them. We knew that we had to try to pull out one of the doubles wins, and I was pretty sure that the 1 doubles could overturn their victory. And then, yeah, then it was kind of looking for where can we get that other singles win. And you know, Raquel was on her way to probably winning her match, which would be overturning the victory when the match stopped. And Olivia did a great job even after losing the first set to come back and to win the next 2 sets and overturn that get that last crucial win. That was pretty amazing.
Yeah. What did you say to the team before the match against Winona in the tournament?
So I said, you know, how do you want to remember today? I said, do you want to remember this as meeting expectations, and, you know, because we were the 3 seed, they were the 2 seed, we were expected not to win, or do you want to go out, you know, exceeding expectations and doing even better than anyone thought that we could do? And they chose to exceed expectations.
Let's talk a little bit about the senior and Raquel, what she's meant to the team.
Yeah, I mean, just all season, again, right from the beginning, even before the season started, she was ingratiating the new freshmen and doing some team bonding, and that just really set the tone for the rest of the season. And just what she gives in practice, what she gives on court, you know, she leads by example. So I mean, it's going to be a big shame to lose her. Obviously, I'm hoping maybe in some capacity, even if it's as a volunteer assistant coach, you know, she can come back and help out, because it's good to have her around.
Absolutely. And then talk about the future. Really young team. What does it look like going forward?
Yeah, well, We have another good group of freshmen coming in. We're still, next year we won't have any seniors on the team. Our oldest players will be juniors, but I feel like they've had a lot of experience on the tennis court, and now they know what it's like to be a part of a winning team. I think that's just gonna it's gonna be the same as this season. I anticipate the next season will be doing just as well, if not better.
So, do you have the same expectations for next season? You know, where do you think you'll finish? I know it's a ways out, but.
Yeah, I mean, some of the new players coming up, I'm not sure. I mean, I know they're good players and they work hard. We'll have to see how they fit into the doubles lineup and that sort of stuff, and figure out who's playing with who. We have some, good doubles teams that we're going to be losing the partnerships, but I feel like they're coming in for the school for the right reasons. They've chosen this school because they know it's good academically and it's good athletically, and they want to win, and they want to be part of a winning team. So I think my expectations are going to be very much the same. Hopefully, maybe even go one better.
Let's just talk about bringing the tennis program to where it is right now. The best season in school history. How has that road been for you?
Yeah, that's coming in. That was always my plan, was to build a Dragon dynasty, and each season, from the very beginning, I just thought, well, as long as I can try to recruit players who are better than the ones that we currently have, better than the ones that are leaving, I know we can keep on improving. So I mean, it's been a steady improvement to get to this point, and it's been an upward curve. It hasn't happened overnight, and it's been many different fronts. It's getting the community to be more aware of that we have tennis, that we can be successful at tennis, and from that it's just led to more success, because we've had more players from around the country wanting to come to play Dragons tennis, which is why we next season, our freshmen, we have 2 from California and 1 from Colorado, from all over. So they know about Dragon tennis.
Thank you, Ollie, and congratulations on such a successful season. It was fun to watch.
While one team's season is winding down, another is starting up. I caught up with track athletes Jonas Mattsson and Tobias Bogle to see their journey from Germany to Minnesota. For many different reasons, international students come to the United States for college. For German natives Jonas Mattsson and Toby Bogle, the reason was simple: to continue their sports careers.
I wanted to keep doing track, but also study at the same time. And this is hard in Germany, so I reached out to US colleges, got different scholarship offers, and decided to come here.
We had people over from America playing football, and I played football there. And we had a receiver over who graduated from here. So when decisions were kind of made that I wanted to go to the States, I asked them if they could help me to apply for schools, to get my highlight tape out there and everything, because it's kind of rough. You don't really go and look for a random university name.
Main events at that point were high, long, and also javelin. I was decent at, and so they recruit me for those 3, but mainly high jump. Last year my coach just decided to tell me at the end of the season, hey Jonas, you're pretty decent in a few events, why don't you just do multis?
So this year I'm doing the 400 and the 200, and then the relays, like the 4x400 meter and the 4x100.
What's the main difference between Germany and Minnesota? Anything crazy or not really?
The wind.
Really?
The wind, yeah, the wind's crazy. I mean, Germany is so densely packed just for space purposes that, it gets cold temperature-wise, but we don't have the wind chill.
People in Germany are usually more to themselves and really strict with things, and here it's more open, you have more opportunities, and then the cars are bigger.
It's just great when you come out, and the 4x400 is always the last event. The energy is crazy, and just having your team be around the track, be supportive, and then obviously have all of your teammates break their personal records.
Within the last 2 years, I really learned to love this team, and I love to represent the Dragons, and I don't want to go anywhere else, even if people would offer me more money or anything, because I love this track team.
Thank you, Jonas and Tobias. Best of luck to both of you in your outdoor season.
Stay with us here on Dragons Live. We'll talk with head softball coach Kelsey Fail and see how some softball players have been lending a hand to our four-legged friends. That's next.
The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. There's a place where teaching and learning are transforming lives, where relationships drive deeper, more meaningful exploration and discovery based on mutual respect and trust, where you'll discover who you are and what you can achieve when you head out into the world to make it better. Life is more than a journey. It is a chance to transform.
Another day. And just like every day, it never seems to slow down. But you have a plan. Grab a cup, grab the paper, and grab a little time. Just for you. It's worth it. Don't get the paper? Just grab the phone. Call now and save up to 60% off the newsstand price. Journalists, bringing the story home every day.
Get fired up for the new Shop MSUMDragons.com, the official online store of Dragon Athletics, featuring top brands like Under Armour, Adidas, Columbia, and more. Get gear in women's, youth, toddler, and infant sizes, perfect for all of our Dragon fans. Support your favorite Dragon team with Select a logo. Anything custom ships in 72 hours. And take your tailgating to the next level with items like bleacher chairs, tailgate tents, and lawn chairs. Get the gear and support your team with profits going directly to Dragon Athletics from Shop MSUMDragons.com.
Welcome back to Dragons Live. Softball has had a tough spring scheduling games, but with the weather turning in their favor, they've been able to get a few home doubleheaders at Shields Field. Let's hear what head coach Kelsey Fail had to say about their season so far.
It's been fast so far. We started playing in February in some dome tournaments where I think we went 1-7, just kind of trying to figure out who we were as a team and the areas we need to work on. After that, we went into spring break where we played 10 games down in Florida. Came out 6-4, so I think that we did a really good job of finding what makes us successful and going from there and building on that going into our conference season. Conference season has come and it's brought with it a lot of weather and a lot of game changes, so just trying to stay on top of those. We've won a few games in the conference so far, not as well as we would like to have done, but we have a stretch coming up here where we're hoping to win a few more games to end out the year. I think our win against St. Cloud State was a pretty big win for us. The next day they came out and were ranked number 8 in the region, so to beat a regionally ranked team is always a big deal. It always feels good. And then, just any losses aren't that fun and you don't expect them, so that's kind of tough to take. But I think as our young team is growing, we're, coming into our own a little bit more. So we only have 2 seniors and we have 2 juniors, and the rest of our team is made up with freshmen and sophomores. So right away when they come in, we expect them to be able to step on the field right away and contribute. And I think most of them have done a really good job of stepping into those roles and understanding that you have to grow up quick. Our season is only, about 8 weeks long, so you have to learn a lot and get better every single time you step on the field. And I think they've done a really good job of just buying into that and understanding their role. Our 2 seniors have been great. Megan and Annika both came in as freshmen and, they didn't see a starting role right away when they got here. And they both worked incredibly hard and had great attitudes and bought into every opportunity that they were given and earned everything that they have. And this year they've both started every single game for us. They're both leaders on and off the field. And, you couldn't ask for 2 better teammates than Megan and Annika. We came in really young, like we talked about, and I think just the experience that our team got this year is just going to carry us over and help us into the years to come.
Thanks, Coach. Softball hosts their final home doubleheader of the season tomorrow at 2 and 4 p.m. against Northern State.
Keeping with the softball route, I caught up with some of my softball teammates who are giving a helping hand to our four-legged friends. Check it out.
Being a full-time student athlete can be time-consuming, but that doesn't stop 2 sophomore softball players from taking time out of their day to help some furry friends.
I am a huge animal lover. I adore dogs, and because I can't have my own dogs out here, and they're back in California and I miss them a lot, I wanted to get involved and just kind of give all the love that I have for these dogs to, dogs that really need it.
One of my teammates last year, she was in it and she would talk about it all the time, show me pictures. And then this year I decided to kind of start doing it. Thought it'd be just a good idea, good volunteering, but also just a good little stress reliever.
Both of them have been volunteering at For Love of Dogs Rescue in Moorhead for over a year now.
So basically we get dogs from all over the place. They try and rescue as many dogs as possible, get them out of as many situations as they can. And we as the volunteers, we come in here and we spend time with the dogs, we feed them, take them on walks, just basically give them that home feel, even if they can't be in a home. Whereas like foster, they take the dogs that we have here at the rescue and they, bring them into their homes and they kind of keep them, train them, give them home life up until they're ready to be adopted.
Bringing them home too, like for me, I get to bring them home some days and just kind of take them out of the kennel. That's kind of another big thing that you can do, is just kind of giving them love when they don't have it.
Although they can't have their own dogs at college, being able to help the shelter rewards them in other ways.
Being with dogs, they make me so happy, but also it's just seeing them happy being with like me makes me like just so much better. And it feels good.
These dogs are all so great. They deserve like the best homes and they deserve so much love and they have so much love to give. So they bring smiles to you just as much as you bring smiles to them.
It's always great to see our Dragons getting involved in the community. If you'd like to get involved, go to forloveofdog.org and click on the volunteer page and fill out the application.
Don't go anywhere. We still have recaps, Doug's Desk, and a softball teammate game that's sure to make you smile. And a record-breaking top 5 all coming up.
Dragons Live, presented by Form Communications.
You always do this. You had a couple of pops in you and got cocky. Who's up for a game of wing roulette, you said? Because you thought it'd be funny to watch one of your friends get stuck with the hot one. But your friends, they got teriyaki, then spicy garlic, and then Asian zing. And now you're looking at the last one and you're thinking, my God, what have I done?
Dragon Swim School is proud to offer year-round swimming and diving lessons with the lowest student-to-instructor ratio around. Lessons are available for all levels, including parent-child sessions and preschool. Help your child learn to love the water in a safe and caring environment with us at Dragon Swim School. Visit msumdragons.com/swim for more information. That's msumdragons.com/swim.
Are you someone who thinks car buying is a hassle? 9 out of 10 customers tell us the worst part about buying a car is the negotiation process. So we thought, let's get rid of it. Let's post our best price 24 hours a day for everyone to see and make the car buying experience more enjoyable. In fact, we took our salespeople off a commission pay plan. We paid them based on your satisfaction. And guess what happened? Happier customers. We guarantee it. Check it out at Valley Pre-Owned.
Welcome back to Dragons Live. We're going to jump right into our Courtyard by Marriott Athletes of the Week since our last show. First, on February 25th, we had tennis player Julia Geske and track and field's Jonas Madsen.
Next, on March 11th, track and field's Brian Huber and softball's Madison Page.
On April 8th, tennis had Alexis Konishny and softball's Ashley McCants.
Finally, on April 15th, track's Judith Robinson and softball's Annika Novacek.
And those are your Courtyard by Marriott Athletes of the Week.
With the weather warming up, spring sports have been able to get in some events with tennis, golf, softball, and track and field all competing. Let's take a look at how they've been doing in the last month. Starting with tennis, who finished out their regular season with a 9-0 win at Upper Iowa and lost 6-3 to Winona State before heading to the NSIC Championships ranked number 3, where they would finish off the best season in Dragons tennis history, making it to the championship match versus powerhouse Augustana. Augustana will go on to win their 8th NSIC title.
Golf competed at their NSIC Championships this past weekend in Smithville, Missouri, where they placed 11th. They will play in a triangular this Friday with Minnesota Crookston and Concordia College at the Meadows Golf Course in Moorhead.
Track and field has also had a tough time scheduling this spring. They competed at South Dakota Invite, where Josh Young won the 800 and Judith Robinson placed second in the 200 and a third in the 400. A small group went to California this past weekend, where Brian Huber set a new MSUM record in the long jump at 25.2 3/4, which is also an NCAA automatic qualifying jump and is the 3rd best jump in Division II this season. Track and field hosts the Ron Maisons Classic this weekend here in Moorhead, then off to the NSIC Outdoor Multis on the 29th. Howard Wood relays on the 4th and 5th, then the NSIC Outdoor Championships on the 11th and 12th.
Softball has had a tough time scheduling games this spring with lingering winter weather. They played home games in Aberdeen at the Presentation Dome in the end of March, splitting with Crookston and Bemidji. Softball would play their next couple away games at the Presentation Dome as well, getting swept by Southwest Minnesota State and Sioux Falls. Finally, on the 12th, they were able to host their first home games, playing against Minot on the turf. Annika Novacek would hit a grand slam in the 6th inning to give the Dragons the split. Playing in St. Cloud on the 17th, they split the series with the Huskies, dropping the first game 1-9 and bouncing back in the second, winning 8-2. Then at home this past weekend, they were swept by Minnesota State 10-0 and 4-0, and on Sunday they would lose 11-3 and 9-0 against Concordia St. Paul. Softball has their final home game tomorrow as Northern State comes to town. Those games are at 2 and 4. They will finish off the season with doubleheaders at Winona State and Upper Iowa.
Time now for a dad joke style teammate game, where making your opponent laugh means you get a point. Let's see how my teammates did in this month's Papa John's teammate game.
First, what's Annika's favorite machine to use at the gym? What? The vending machine.
What does a baby computer call his father?
What?
Data.
I can hear music coming out of my printer. I think the paper's jamming again.
What did the mother broom say to the baby broom?
What?
It's time to go to sweep.
You're American. I'm Canadian. What are you when you're in the bathroom?
What?
European. What are you when you're on your way to the bathroom?
What?
Russian.
What's the world's hungriest animal? A turkey. They just gobble, gobble, gobble.
I went to a seafood disco last night. Pulled a muscle.
What kind of trains do ballerinas take? Tutu trains.
Why are fish so easy to weigh?
Why?
They come with their own scales.
What do you call a cow in an earthquake? A milkshake.
Did you hear about my friend's bakery that burned down?
No.
His business is toast.
Okay. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit?
I don't know.
A banana.
What do you get if you stand between two llamas?
What?
Laminated.
What do you call a dog that can do magic? A labracadabrador.
Want to hear a joke about construction?
Sure.
I'm still working on it.
Smells like up dog in here.
What's up, dog?
Not much, you.
Stay with us. We'll hear what Athletic Director Doug Peters has to say on Doug's desk and take a look at an impressive Dragons Live Top 5 coming up after this break.
Prosperity is today's investment in tomorrow's promise. The promise of a better way of life. With every act of kindness, every act of creation, and with every act of love, we strengthen our community. And when we stand together as a community, we accomplish the impossible. We can choose to pass through life, or we can choose to pass on a better way of life.
Get fired up for the new Shop MSUMDragons.com, the official online store of Dragon Athletics, featuring top brands like Under Armour, Adidas, Columbia, and more. Get gear in women's, youth, toddler, and infant sizes, perfect for all of our Dragon fans. Support your favorite Dragon team with Select a logo. Anything custom ships in 72 hours. And take your tailgating to the next level with items like bleacher chairs, tailgate tents, and lawn chairs. Get the gear and support your team with profits going directly to Dragon Athletics from Shop MSUMDragons.com.
Welcome back to Dragons Live. Athletic Director Doug Peters is, you guessed it, always fired up about something. Let's see what he's working on this week in Doug's desk.
Hey, I'm fired up you're joining for this week's segment of Doug's Desk. What's going on behind the scenes in Dragon Athletics? The number one thing is we're sprinting into the end of the academic year. We just wrapped up our tennis season. We've got golf and softball, and we're hosting the home run MSUM meet this Saturday for track and field. And we'll wrap up the academic year, and that way we've got a couple kids that have qualified for national championships. Always fantastic. You can follow their progress at MSUMDragons.com. The other big thing we're working on is an all-sports reunion here at MSUM for the Dragons. Next September the 15th, mark your calendar now. We do have a website, alldragons18.com. Right now it just has save the date information, but more will be coming soon. Hey, stay fired up and follow along on our website.
Now it's time for our Dragons Live Top 5. At number 5, senior Judith Robinson places second in the 200 and third in the 400 at South Dakota Invite. Robinson's time in the 400 was a personal best at 56.79.
And at number 4, Josh Young continues his phenomenal year, winning the 800 at the South Dakota Invite with a time of 1:54.32, which is the second fastest in the NSIC so far this outdoor season.
At number 3, Annika Novacek steps up to the plate with the bases loaded and a tied game and blasts a grand slam over the center field fence on the turf at Shields Field in the bottom of the 6th inning to give the Dragons the 6-2 win over Minot State.
And at number 2, senior Brian Huber set a new school record in the long jump with a jump of 25 2 3/4. That is also an NCAA automatic qualifying jump and is the third best jump in Division II this season.
We talked about this earlier in the show, so it should come as no surprise. Our number 1 play is tennis, finishing off their best season in MSUM history, never losing a home match and taking second place at the NSIC Championships. Way to go, and those are your Dragons Live Top 5 plays of April.
We've got a few more things before we go. Head to shopmsumdragons.com today and get 20% off hats through April 30th. Again, 20% off all hats at the official online store of Dragon Athletics. Shop msumdragons.com.
Upcoming home schedule reminder: softball takes on Northern State on Thursday. That's tomorrow at 2 and 4. Dragons golf competes in a triangular at the Meadows on Friday afternoon, and you can watch that live on msumdragons.com. We'll be at the 18th hole. And the final home event of the 2017-18 year is the Masons Classic Track Meet on Saturday morning, also streamed on msumdragons.com.
Thank you again for joining us on this episode of Dragons Live. We hope you enjoyed the show. For our director, Alex Nelson, assistant Brett Keel, Webby, and myself, thank you for watching. And as always, go Dragons!